Hello children. In the previous session of mathematics, we were discussing on the lesson statistics. In the last session, we studied how to represent the given data graphically. Under the heading graphical representation of data, we learnt how to plot or how to represent the data in the form of bar graph, in the form of histogram, as well as the frequency polygon curves. In today's session, let us learn one more method of representing the data. This is not new to you children. You have already studied in class 8 under the lesson data handling. You have learned all the formulas, how to find out the calculate, everything you have learned. Still we will be revising it once and then solve the exercise problems. Today we are going to study one more method of interpreting the data, that is by measures of central tendency. Whenever we say the word measures of central tendency, there are three types, that is mean, median and mode. Which are the three measures of central tendency means children? Mean, median and mode for any given data. So let us learn one by one. First one is the mean. What is mean? So the word itself tells us it is something like average. It is you're taking average of any number, means that gives you the mean. You have already learned all this mean, median, mode method for group data, ungrouped data. What is the formula? Everything you have learned in data handling. Please glance it once. It will be helpful for you to easily understand. Now, mean is represented by x bar. The line upon the x should be read as bar children. X bar is equal to sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. That is what is mean. You are taking the average of all the given scores. X bar is sum of all the observations. Sum means what? Addition, that is total of all the scores, like 10, 15, 20, 30 they have given, means you will add everything, 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 30. The sum what you get, you will write in the numerator, divided by total number of observation. 10, 15, 20, 30 and 4 were there. So total number of observation is 4. You will divide and what you get is nothing but the mean, that is x bar. Andre x bar is x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn. How much ever scores or values they have given, you will add them and divide by the number of observations. This is applied when the given data are in less quantity. Now in the example which I considered, we had only 4 numbers or 4 scores given, 10, 15, 20, 30 and 100. In that case you can add all the 4 and divide by 4, yes, you will get the mean. But when huge amount of data is there, we cannot sit and add everything and divide by, count how many are there and divide by n. Doing that is difficult children. In that case, for ungrouped data we say, for ungrouped data, how do you find the mean? Means when the data is more, x bar will be sigma fx by sigma f. Before that, this notation sigma, this symbol is sigma. Sigma means sum. S-U-M, sum. This is representation for summation. Summation andre sum of all the values what you find out is represented by sum andre sigma ashte. It is read as sigma and symbolically it is written like this. Now sigma x divided by n. Sigma x andre x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn divided by total number of observations andre n. This formula is applied when the given data are smaller or less in number. When number of data is large, we cannot sit and add each values like this, isn't it children? Say some 50 values are given, you cannot add all the 50 numbers and then divide by 50. In that case we do different method or use the different formula, that is again mean x bar is sigma f into x divided by f. Now already you know about the frequency distribution column and hence you know what is f. It is the frequency, number of scores iratala, that is frequency children. So you will multiply both the columns. For example, the scores of some 5 students are given, number of scores and a number of scores and number of students anta simply one example tagondre. So 5 students have scored 20 marks, 3 students have scored 15 marks, 2 students have scored 10 marks anta if we take children. The first column what you will be having the data will be X column, and number of ಅಂತ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ frequency ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So number of students ಅಂತ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ it is nothing but the frequency F. I took here number, no? So this should go first children. ಇದು X column, ಇದು F column ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Number of weeks, number of days, number of students, number of plants, number of trees anta wherever you get the column, that is the frequency column. This you have learnt in frequency distribution table. So that will be F column, and one more column which is given in ungrouped frequency. Group frequency under what you have, you get class interval bandutte. So this formula is for what you say is ungrouped frequency distribution. For group you have done in data handling chapter in class 8, as well as you will be studying this in next year, that is 10th standard as well children. So F column 1 to X column 1 idre, you will first multiply and find out what is F into X. F into X na one column al martira, then you will add up them, like 20 into 5 is 100, 15 into 3 is 45, 10 into 2 is 20. This is column is what? Fx column idu. F into X we got. We don't want only product of Fx but summation of sigma of Fx column andre you will add 100 plus 45, 145, 145 plus 20, 165. What you got sigma 165 children, that is sigma Fx. That you will be substituting in the numerator. Iga frequency column alli, for the first case when the less number of data is there, what you do is you just count 1, 2, 3 values there, so divided by n. In place of n you substitute 3. But in this case when more large data is there, you will take the sum or some addition or total of the frequency column as well. 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 2 10. What you get is sigma F. F column na add madidre what you get is sigma F. That you will substitute in the denominator and find out. It is very easy. You will understand it better when you solve the problem. Don't worry much. So this is how we find out the mean for the given data. It is simply the sum of the observation divided by total number of observations. So x bar, that is the representation for mean. X bar is sigma x by n for smaller data. X bar is sigma fx by n for sigma fx by sigma f for large number of data. This is about the mean children. Next is median. Median is simply defined as the central value. Say suppose when the number of values are given children, it may be odd or it may be even. Illi we considered only 3 datas in this example, 5, 3, 2. How many number of scores are there? Only 3. So 3 is an odd number. So if n andre n is the number of observation are odd, then how do you find out the median andre? It is n plus 1 by 2th observation andre. I will explain you here with the example. Just understand this. If number of observations are odd, then how do you find the median andre? The formula used is n plus 1 by 2. That observation column only a score when you should pick. When you do n plus 1 by 2, suppose you say you got 3. Third observation ಏನು ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. I will teach you, don't worry. Suppose if number of observations are even, then median is n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2th observation. Andre n by 2 nu find out ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. You will add up this with n plus 1 by 2th observation. That accounts to the median value if the number of given data are even. So odd idre n plus 1 by 2, even idre n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2 anta matra ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay na? To understand, to make you understand, I have chosen one example or both odd ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. What I do is I will make this 4. I will erase one triangle. Okay na? So example, n is equal to 4. n equals 4 under children. Here the number of observations are even. 4 is an even number, no? So number of observation is even. ಇಲ್ಲಿ count ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ 1 2 3 4 4 triangles you have. Let me label the triangles as 1 2 3 and 4 ಅಂತ. There are 4 triangle means you will count. ಇದೇ ತರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 5 10 or 20 30 ಆ ತರ ಏನೋ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, you will count how many are there. That will be your n value. If you get n as even number, okay, or odd number, what to do? Like that you should think. So here when I count the number of triangles, I have 4 triangles. So I will write n is equal to 4 and I know 4 is an even number. How to find the median? If even numbers are there, n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2 anta. So what is n now? First 1 2 3 4 anta have labeled the triangles now children. What is n anta I know. What is n? It is 4. First I will find out what is n by 2. And what is 4 by 2? 2 ones are 2 twos are. n by 2 is equal to 2 I got. Next I will do n plus 1 by 2. n is what? Again 4. 4 plus 1 is what? 5 by 2. Andre 9 by 2, which is clearly 4.5. Isn't it? We got 4.5. Like this you will add them up again. 4.5 plus 2 is 6.5. n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2 when we do, we get 6.5 children. Very simple. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ children, ಈಗ 4 ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ. Before this I will explain you odd. Odd ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ even ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಈಸಿ ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. So I will go to this. Now I have chosen 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. So what is the number of scores given here? Number of values ಅಂದ್ರೆ n equals 7. 7 is odd number. When the number of observation are odd, then you just find the median by doing n plus 1 by 2. What is n? 7. n plus 1 by 2 is 7 plus 1 divided by 2. 7 plus 1 ಏನು 8. 8 divided by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ones are 2 fours are. We got n plus 1 by 2 as 4. Where is 4th observation? You should search. 1, 2, 3. 4th observation is this circle. So I will mark this circle. This is the median for this given data. Anta you will find out. If the number of scores are odd children, it is easy. Even bantu andre average ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So how did we just do when the number of scores are odd? You will find out n by counting this. n plus 1 by 2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. 4 ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 4 is not median. 4th score is the median. You should observe the, go back and observe the table. What is the 4th observation in anta nodbittu adanna median anta you will write. Since I have labeled it, if you want I change the numbers 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 anta I will label. Now I got n plus 1 by 2 is 4. Now median is not 4. Illinda 4 count ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 1, 2, 3, 4. So here what do I have in this circle? 20. So median is 20 children. That observation value you should take and not what is n plus 1 by 2. Hope it is clear to you. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈಸಿ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಈಗ ಆಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ಬೈ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಈ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ 1 2 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1 2 3 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 3 and 3 ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ the number of scores are odd or the number of observations given are odd. Even ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is also simple children. Say suppose even ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಇನ್ನೆರಡು ಮಿಕ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಆವರೇಜ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. That average is nothing but n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, That is how you will find out. Iga one more example I will say you. 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 120, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ 5, what is a value of n in this example? The even scores are 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. What is the value of n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there. N is equal to 5. So it is odd. No, I want to take even. I'm sorry. 150 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 180 ನು ತಗೋತೀನಿ. So we get n is equal to 6, which is even, children. So ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ from both the sides if we go on leaving the scores equal ಆಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಆ ತರ. ಈ ಕಡೆ 3 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕಡೆ 3 ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ what do we get in the single term, the center? That is the median if the n is odd. If n is even ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ we get central two terms now, 90 and 120. So two terms or two observations cannot be said as the median. What we will do is again we will take the mean or average of this, that is 90 plus 120 by 2 antano you can do. So 120 plus 90 is how much? 210. Sorry, I will write here 210 divided by 200, 2105. 105 is the median anta baritira. Odd numbers idre ee kade equal number bittu ee kade equal bittu central line sigatto, that is the median in case of odd number of observations. In case of even number of observation, we cannot leave equal amount of scores or observation on both the sides. Centrally always 2 will remain without any pair. In that case we have to take the average of those two. So this formula you remember, how exactly we will do with the problems madaga you will understand. This is about the second measure of central tendency, that is median. Last one is mode. It is defined as the most repeated frequency. The most repeated frequency among the scores, given scores, andre that is nothing but the mode, children. For example, I have given here scores there 2, 5, 7, 8, 7, 7, 10, 12, 8, 3, 12. So among these given score, which is most repeated anta you should search. Iga 2 ide, 2 ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, so 2 ruled out. 5 check ಮಾಡೋಣ, 5 ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಇದೆ, so ruled out. 7 if I check, 1 ಸಿಕ್ತು, second 7, third 7, do I have one more? No, I will leave. So I got 7, frequency ಏನು 3 ಬಂತು. Next I will check with 8. 8 ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 1 ಸತಿ ಇದೆ, 2 times ಇದೆ. So frequency of 8 is 2. 10 if I check only once is there. 12 if I check again it is 2 times, children. 3 is repeated only once. So 7 3 times repeat agide, 8 2 times repeat agide, 12 also has repeated twice andre. Which is the most repeated frequency? It is number 7. Number 7 is repeated more times andre. Therefore mode is 7. Like this, which is the most repeated frequency column nodtira, which is the most repeated frequency, you will search and write that as the mode. Whenever you write the mode, you write its frequency as well. Andre frequency is how many times it has repeated anta. Just now I find it out that 1, 2 and 3 times the number 7 is repeated andre. Mode is 7 with frequency 3. Like this you will write. So this is how we find out the mean, median and the mode for the given data. Mean is sum of all observation by total number of observation. For smaller data, x bar is sigma x by n. For larger data, x bar is sigma fx by sigma f. What is median andre? It is the central value. Andre, if the number of observations are odd, then it is fine. The mode and the median is nothing but n plus 1 by 2 second observation. If the number of observations are even, then it is n by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2th observation. Number alla and second observation. What is mode andre? The most repeated frequency is the mode. So this is about the measures of central tendency. With this background, now we shall directly solve the exercise, last exercise of this lesson, exercise 14.4. Very simple and easiest exercise, children. We shall do it.